Welcome back. You're watching News Tonight on Ndtv-Hindu. Now think twice before you feast on your favorite seafood. It has been found that there are growing traces of mercury in fish due to the dumping of effluents into the sea from power plants. Nitila reports on the serious health risk involved in seafood.
Fish has been touted as a health food, but now there are reasons to believe eating fish could pose a health risk. Effluents let into the sea from power plants that run on coal is said to be the cause. The shoreline along Chennai city is turning into a hotspot of mercury contamination.
Studies have shown that mercury contamination in fish is higher in Chennai, Mumbai, and metropolitan cities because of industrial pollution that gets chemical effluents that are discharged into the seawater, into the seabeds.
Doctors warn that widespread contamination has cast a shadow over the nutritional benefits of fish.
The nervous system, there will be increase in blood pressure, there will be salivation, and subsequently there will be some skin ailment, there may be decoloration of the skin, and even sometimes the peeling of skin could be there, and there may be even the heart may be affected, the brain, the central nervous system will be affected.
Not just mercury contamination, but also unhygienic conditions in which fish is transported and sold cause bacterial infections to the consumer. Health activists say better monitoring is needed to protect the consumer and the environment. In Chennai with Nitila, J. Santosh for Ndtv-Hindu.
All right, for more on that, we are now joined by Dr. Chinni Krishna, Chairman of the Blue Cross of India. So, the first thing, what is the root cause of this problem with pollution in Chennai? Where are the areas in which the pollution is really high?
Well, wherever there's an industry based on the coast, most of the effluents from there are let directly into the sea, flouting every pollution control board norm. Every act which has been passed by the government is being flouted with impunity because enforcement has been terrible.
All right. Now, how do we, now today in the PETA, one of the reports in PETA, they have said that we should probably stop eating fish. Is the situation really that bad?
Oh, it's much worse. It's much worse. It has been terribly bad for many years, and the myth that fish is a health food is totally unfounded. The level of PCBs, the level of mercury contamination have a devastating effect on the human being who's eating the fish. The reason for this is also because even the fish that are found in fish farms, which many people think are not being environmentally damaging because it is not in the sea, are fed approximately 2.5 to 2.6 kilos of fish for every 400 grams of so-called edible fish produced for human consumption. All the mercury which is in the wild farmed fish which are fed here end up as mercury concentrates in the body. Not only mercury, it's all kinds of pollutants, but even worse than that is the conditions of the markets in which the fish are sold. I mean, the corporation, for example, are going around closing clubs that don't have kitchens that match up to their high levels of hygiene and cleanliness. If you see a fish market, you will automatically stop eating fish.
All right. Now, there are definitely laws against not only pollution but also cruelty against animals, and I think that these are the two angles when it comes to fish. One is the pollution of the water bodies from which they're fished, and the fact that the pollution done is also cruelty to them. Now, definitely laws against it, but are they being neglected, or what is it? Is there absence of laws as well?
Well, the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act of 1960 defines an animal as all living things other than human beings, and fish are certainly covered. The problem is that the penalty for the infringement of the law was written into the act itself, and the act was passed in 1960, so a 50 rupee fine for catching one trawler load of fish is nothing. They will happily pay it. But the sad part is even this 50 rupee fine is not being done. I mean, at least we could make sure that the law is enforced and take the people to court and make them realize that they are breaking the law. But even that is not done in India.
Okay, so how do we deal with the problem? Certainly we can't stop eating fish.
Of course we can stop eating fish. In India, 40% of the people don't eat fish. So why can't everybody stop eating fish?
But it is built into the DNA, or so to say, of people to have fish or any other food for that matter. Do you really expect people to stop eating fish because we're polluting the water bodies?
No, we don't stop eating fish because it's polluting the water bodies. We stop eating fish because it's polluting our bodies.
Okay.
They are poisonous. They are totally unhealthy. The so-called health benefits of eating fish, which is based purely on omega-3, are totally outweighed by the fact that we are killing ourselves by slow poisoning every time we eat fish. I think it was her name is Dr. Anne Matthew of the St. Stephen's Hospital in Delhi. She's the chief pediatrician over there. She says that no expectant mother should eat fish.
All right.
Now, if it's going to be applicable to an expectant mother, it's surely applicable to other people. I mean, why are we worried only about the child who's going to be born? What about the people who are already born?
All right. Thanks a lot for joining us, sir. We're running out of time on this segment. Anyway, thanks a lot for giving us a heads up. So we definitely need to think twice before eating fish. Now, moving on, doctors and lawyers can be trusted with your life, or so they say. But this lady suffering from a skin disease has been taking bitter pills from whom she realized could not even be a doctor. Our crime reporter Salim brings the story of Lakshmi, who could just be one of the many in Chennai who fell into the trap of fake doctors.
31-year-old Prashant Lakshmi, a computer professional, came all the way from Kadapa in Andhra Pradesh to Chennai last year to treat psoriasis that is ailing her for many years now. She was in for a rude shock when the chief doctor of this institute, named after the famous Travancore king, was arrested last year in a cheating case.
I sold that house and I came for treatment. I believed in his word.
That's not all. The son of the arrested doctor took over Lakshmi's treatment along with his wife, claiming to be experienced. But after spending at least 4.5 lakh rupees, Lakshmi has realized that the treatment over the last many months has given her no relief. She has now filed a police complaint against the young doctors.
Anila, she is not at all a doctor. She would be punished.
The doctor couple of Mylapur's Travancore Rajavaidya Salai is now absconding. Prevention is better than cure. That is the prescription the police department is giving vulnerable patients who fall into the trap of fraudulent doctors. Police say Lakshmi is just one among the many who are cheated and one of the few to sense foul play. In Chennai, Salim for Ndtv-Hindu.
Now for an Ndtv-Hindu impact story, after we took up the issue of felling of trees in Tinagar with the Commissioner of Police, the Traffic Department has sent a letter to the corporation to stop the cutting of trees in the area. But that begs the question, is media intervention the only thing that helps in such cases?
Residents of Venkat Narayan Road in Tinagar are relieved that the corporation, which has been cutting down trees in the locality in the past few weeks, has now decided not to cut down any more trees. This comes after Ndtv-Hindu took up the issue with the Commissioner of Police.
We don't want to cut any trees, but if a tree is bang in the middle of the road or very closer to the center of the road or away from the pavement, then it becomes a nuisance for the free flow of traffic, because the traffic, vehicle strength is also increasing in Chennai. And if, as the local residents feel it's not a hindrance, then we'll definitely allow it to stand.
And it looks like he stuck to his word. After Ndtv-Hindu's meeting with the Commissioner, an inquiry was ordered. After careful reviewing, the traffic police have sent a letter to the corporation to stop the trees from being cut.
With regard to 3 trees, one in front of Hadiyar Hotel, one near Residency Hotel at the outgate, and another on Usman Road. We thought it may be sufficient to prune them now, and it is not so much of an obstruction that it may be fully cut down at this time. We will monitor if it is sufficient.
For the residents and the commuters, this is good news, as they can now travel under the shade of the tree-covered Tinagar area.
We really happy to know that the Ndtv-Hindu's social commitment, and we got relief now that at least we'll be having the remaining trees for us.
I'm very happy and to see that in future, at least we will enjoy the shadow of the coolness of the existing tree at least. Thank you very much to Ndtv-Hindu.
Thank you Ndtv-Hindu for taking this to the appropriate level, and I hope the concerned authorities will now think twice before they fell any kind of trees in this area and provide green cover to Chennai. Thank you.
The quick response by the traffic police has been welcomed by the residents of T Nagar area. For them, saving the remaining trees is like a small victory. In Chennai, with camera person Kasi, Minal Shah, Ndtv-Hindu.
Moving on, faced with lack of performance, Pakistan cricket board gets tough on its players. More on that on the other side.